Okay, Robin, going to try to recreate this problem for you. I've managed to do it a few times now. We're still working with the Troxler Test Canada work plan. I'm starting from the point when the work plan is actually with the LFA, and I'm logged in as Marlene Dumas. So the service that we need to pay attention to, the one that we're going to be working with, is this review changes to PSM arrangements. Patricia, in her email to us, made a comment that it doesn't seem to be happening to services that have been added since we started, since you guys did the deployment last week. It seems to only be happening to services from before that deployment, which is basically the case for all of the work plans that exist in production today. So anyhow, I don't know if that is relevant information, but what I want you to focus on specifically is this review changes to PSM arrangements plan. So as you can see in this case, this particular service has 20 days for the Global Fund and 1 day for the LFA is proposing. What I'll do, just for the sake of it, it doesn't really make a difference, is I'm going to go ahead and increase this to 10 days. And I'll go ahead and save that. And now I'm going to send this work plan back to the Global Fund once it gets through this screen. Okay, so as you can see, 10 days, 20 days. Submit counter proposal. LFA sending it back. Taking a while. Okay, now I'm going to switch over to, I'm logged in as me. Okay, refreshing this Test Troxler work plan, and I'm going to edit the proposal. Okay, unfortunately I get the Apex CPU problem, so I'll just click back and try it again. Sorry if you can hear the drilling in the background, they're doing work upstairs. Come on. Okay, so I come into the review changes to PSM. As you can see, it was 20 days and 10 days, which is what we expected to see. Now I'm going to increase this to 1 day, or sorry, decrease it to 1 day, and save. Doesn't seem to make a difference if I increase or decrease the value. Oh, come on. Alright, I gotta repeat that because apparently I've noticed when that error message comes up, it doesn't save any of the changes that I just made to that service. Still waiting. Alright, back to that review changes to PSM. Change it to 1 day. Save. Okay, so it took that change. 1 day, 10 days. That's what. So I'm now going to save and return, and I'm going to send the work plan back to the LFA, and I expect to see 1 day on that service is proposed by the Global Fund. Send back to LFA. Still thinking. Okay, so now it's going back to LFA proposal. Switch over to the user, the LFA user, refresh the screen, and let's see if it's recreated. I would say I'm about 75% hit rate on recreating this. So it won't surprise me if maybe it doesn't show the right value. Okay, there, see, 20 days. It's still showing 20 days. Now, I'm getting completely inconsistent behavior now. Usually, it won't refresh this number now. I have, however, on one instance, gone into the service. It's still 20 days. It should be 1 day, or whatever I'd said. Let's change this to 20 days. On one occasion after I did this and saved, it refreshed the number and started showing the correct TGF proposed LOE number. On other cases, it didn't do it. So, like I said, it's a bit weird. So in this case, no, it's still showing 20 days. Now, just so you know, I will jump back to my login, view the work plan, and I'll be able to see that it's supposed to be 1 day. Okay, you can see there, 1 day is what it's supposed to be showing. So what I'll do is submit the counter proposal just to get it back up. You know, by the way, it doesn't seem to matter if I save and return and then edit proposal. Let's see if it refreshes, but I think I found on one occasion it did, but on other occasions it didn't. Okay, 20 days still. So obviously that's a problem. Now I'm going to submit the counter proposal. So I'm just going to send it back to the Global Fund, and then without making a change from the Global Fund side, I'll send it back to the LFA. Just wait for this confirmation to come through. Okay, so now it's back to negotiation review, so it's with the Global Fund. So let me just go back and refresh the screen. This happened before. Although it appeared that it had changed the status, I think that by me clicking the back button there, it set it back to LFA proposal. Anyway, let's see here. Yeah. Alright, so let me edit proposal and then go back and submit it again. And let me just make sure. Okay. I'm not in the plan. Okay, so again, you see, it did actually send it forward, and it changed the read access for the LFA to read only. But then something happened. Anyway, let's not worry about that one right now. That's not as critical. It doesn't seem to happen as often. So I've just manually set the LFA's read access, their access back to read write. And now I'm going to go ahead again and edit proposal. That's all right. Okay, so I'm going to submit the counter proposal straight back. Really hope you can fix this speed issue. Something's going on in the background, and this is really hurting us. Okay, negotiation review. Let me go back here, refresh. Okay, and as I said, well, forget it. I might as well do it. I'm going to edit proposal. just double check that the value is still 1. Sorry this is taking so long. If these pages would load faster, it'd be a little bit better. Okay. Review changes to PSM 1. Okay. So let me just go back, and now I'm going to send back to LFA. And now I'm hoping that on the second time I send it back, the LFA is going to be able to see the correct value. But let's see what happens. Okay, here we go. Alright, so now it's gone LFA proposal. Switch back over to the LFA. Refresh. Edit proposal. Okay, and review. No, still showing 1. Oh no, that's what we want to see, is 1, not 20 like it was before. So there, and now it's working. So I'm going to stop there. I mean, I think that that shows you that I've recreated the problem on this service where the Global Fund edited a service, proposed a different value, it went to the LFA, and the LFA cannot see that value. That's a major issue in the negotiation and has blocked us. So we can't move forward with the business process until we can get this technical issue fixed. So thanks for looking into that.